Hello, ingredients to part 2 of my 148 Panther tank from Tamiya. And this is my little build that I'm doing for my little homage to the 75th anniversary of the Battle of the Bulge. And we are approaching the anniversary weekend as the 16th it's only a few days away. So I wanted to be a man of my word and continue with sharing my build. It's not quite where I wanted to be at this video. I was hoping to have the running gear painted and installed, but we are in the holiday season, and things happen. Moreover, I also don't like to build models in a rush. That's okay. That's all good. So I'd rather wait and have a really nice build that I'm proud to take to a model show, or as opposed to rushing through it and kind of going, what happened? I really rounded my corners and all that stuff. But whether you're a fast builder or moderate speed builder, or drastically slow, such as myself, that doesn't matter. That's all a matter of taste and style and the kind of builder you are. So I don't want to digress, so I'm going to move forward. What is new with the build so far is I managed to actually get all my grab handles installed. So for me, that's a big deal. It's kind of one of those irritating, tedious things, but I wanted to make them look good, because again, the stock piece that Tamiya provided was just a blob of styrene, and I just felt that I could do better. So what did I do first is I cutted them out with my Dremel using a small cutting disc or a knife, and cut it off and sanded it, smoothed it out. And then I used some micro drill bits, and I used one that matched the diameter of my grab handle, which is a piece of copper wire from this big old piece of wire that I got at a hardware store. So I got a ton of pieces to use, so I just cut off a length, lined it up with my drill bit, made sure it was an approximate fit, and I just drilled my holes and did a test fit on a piece of plastic, and then commenced making the grab handles, which I just use a pair of needle nose pliers. There's kind of like a section of the plier where it's got no teeth. It's just like a flat piece of metal. I try to stick it in there, and then it's got a nice flat 90-degree piece, and I just bend it to that, shape it to it. As far as measuring, I didn't use any calipers. I just eyeballed it. I usually take a magic marker and I make a dot where I think I should make my bend, and I bend it in. Yeah, some of them didn't work too good. They're either too long, too short. That's typical. So eventually you'll hit the mark, and you'll have some grab handles, which I'll bring up and show you. So here's there's the handles for the driver and radio operator. And I don't know if we can see the cupola. There should be some hatches, I hope. And then the rear hatch here, you can see got my little bar. And they're in the engine deck. There's another one. So all in all, I had about 5 grab handles, and I'm happy with them. It was good progress. I really felt good when it was done. Not that it's hard, but it just kind of takes you away from the build, because you're doing all these extra things that to me I wasn't able to do or didn't want to do. And so you got to do it in this case. I did it. But it looks good. I'm happy with it. As far as the rest of the build, it's all small things. I got the some grommets and gadgets and bits and bobs. Those are all quick, fluffy things I can throw on under an hour. So overall, we're approaching the painting season. Still got to work on the barrel. I don't think I did anything to the barrel since the last video. I still got some sanding to do before I put on my primer coat. Check it. Repeat if I need to put any more filler, and then I'll be ready for painting. The turret came together pretty well. No major issues. Nice fit. Everything's very crisp and okay. Let's take off the hatch or the turret, and I just want to show you the underneath is that metal hull. I'm thinking of painting it with a primer, to me a surface primer, only because I'm not sure. It's my first time painting a metal piece of like serious manufactured model kit metal, so I figure I should probably put some primer on first. I'm not sure how things would work, though something tells me if I used Tamiya paint on it, it would be fine. I like how they sort of meshed like the plastic and metal. Like you can see in the front here, you got the hull, the chassis, and then you got the bow transmission, the lower transmission. There's plastic that fit right in there. Definitely has some issues as far as there's a big gap in here, so I filled it in with some Milliput, and I went up this way and that way, and then just smooth feathered it out with a wet brush. Came out alright. And then even the drive wheels, they kind of share some plastic and some metal, so I had to use super glue and glue depending on what was touching what. But overall, not bad. And currently in the state that you see it, I can still unscrew it. There's a screw here, and they put a screw where the machine gun goes, so I can unscrew it, take off the top, which is going to be good for when I install my running gear. So I want to get all that done and then put on the top. I can mask it and then paint the upper hull. As far as the painting scheme, I'm pretty sure I'm going to use a ambush scheme, only because I've never actually painted it before, so it's a challenge in the sense that I've never done it, and it just kind of changes up the pace. I think the German camouflage schemes were many and varied, and I don't think there's any real wrong way to do it, but on the other side of the coin, the photographic evidence suggests that there's just an incredible amount of style. So I just want to try as many as I can with whatever time I have in model building to try it out. So I'll do ambush scheme and see what happens. It'll be an easy paint job, I hope. That's about it. I don't have anything else to say. If I keep talking, it will just be a lot of blah blah blah, and I really don't want to go that way. Yeah. So there it is. Hopefully for part 3, we'll be approaching the end of the campaign, or the actual Battle of the Bulge, sometime in mid-January into the new year. And I'm hoping to have an almost finished Panther tank. So this is Russell Gosselin. I'm going to sign out, and I'm wishing you all a happy and safe holiday, a joyous holiday, and I hope everything's going well on your bench. And I'll see you again here on YouTube. Take care. Goodbye.